First match of the night was the Women's Royal Rumble, and I'm gonna keep it a full stack with y'all. This Women's Royal Rumble might have been better than the men's this year. Bayley was the third pick. You know what I'm saying? She was the third spot. And she set the record for the women's longest lasting, beating Rhea Ripley's record last year. She now has the record of an hour and 3 minutes 3 seconds in the Royal Rumble to come out with the dub. And you know what I'm saying? We gonna see who she's gonna choose. For her opponent at the at WrestleMania. So if just raw thoughts, like what do you think? What did you think about the Women's Royal Rumble match, Mr. DiMera?
To me, it was definitely better than the men's Rumble match. Um, Talking about when you look at the women's Rumble match compared to the women blew the men out by a mile.
That's a fact.
Um, like first off, Naomi came back.
Hmm.
Then the TNA Knockouts World Champion Jordynne Grace showed up.
Yeah, I was very surprised by that. Like when Naomi and the fact she came out, like you know what I'm saying, like a pick, like two picks after, you know what I'm saying, like that was crazy.
And so then WWE mentioned Naomi and Jordynne Grace's rivalry over that title. So I like that. Jordynne Grace definitely showed that she definitely sold herself. Um, I feel like her performance in the Rumble is making WWE probably want to sign her
Hmm.
once her TNA contract is over. Because here's the thing, she did not look out of place at all there.
No, I agree. I think she performed better than a handful of the WWE women superstars in that match. Like she definitely got it.
And I mean, Nia Jax came in, she was doing what she was doing, and then lo and behold, Jade Cargill showed up. And
Yes,
look,
sir.
listen, Jade showed up and she showed out.
Man. Hey, and make sure if y'all didn't watch already, obviously the Royal Rumble already happened, but I dropped a video before the Rumble on my top five women's and men's picks for most likely to win. And I had Bayley at number two and Jade at number one. Even though Jade didn't win, I think it showed everything that me and you have been talking about the last fucking year, and just in, you know, just our fucking fantasies for this, for this shit. Yeah, Jade Cargill fucking got rid of Nia Jax like it was nothing. She, what I'm saying, had to stare down with Bianca Belair as she's dropping Becky Lynch. Like, and Liv, oh yeah, and Liv Morgan returned at the 30th pick. I thought that was actually, what I'm saying. I think it's dope that they brought her back in. It was, another one of those instances where it was the perfect time for her to come back. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
yeah, but what do you think about Bayley winning and her, setting the new record? Do you think this was a good call? Do you think she deserves it? Like,
Yeah,
what's your thoughts?
she definitely deserved it. It's a good call. Uh, they're gonna use this to springboard Bailey back into the main event picture for a lengthy run. Like I'm, I'm, I'm not mad at it at all. Like Bailey was definitely like. Here's my thing: if Jay didn't win it, Bailey should have won it. And
Yeah.
but to me, those two, either one of those could have won this year's Rumble match. Just because like Jade looks like a dominant threat, and Bailey showcased why she should win. Like the way how Bailey won was clever.
Yeah, exactly.
So she, she she struck at the right moment, got rid of Jade and Liv. So like as soon as Jade got eliminated, right then and there, she kicked Liv off in one. So like this right here is just gonna add more credibility to Bailey.
Do we think, or is there a possibility that the fact that all those people from Damage Control, actually, I think it was just the Kabuki Warriors, but the fact that they were in the match was it to help Bayley, or was it a signal that they really don't fuck with her? Because what would have happened if it would have ended, you know what I'm saying, like just Asuka and, you know what I'm saying, and Bayley and a few other people, like, or just those two, what are they gonna do? Because she, she already was like, the plan, you know what I mean? This isn't going to the plan. Like, what's your
I
thoughts?
feel like they were doing subtle hints that they don't fuck with Bayley.
Hey man, I'm telling you, I completely agree.
Like I feel like they don't fuck with Bayley, and I feel like either Dakota Kai is the person pulling the strings, or like I feel like if she's not pulling the strings, then it's Io Sky that's pulling the strings. But either way it goes, DamageCtrl really don't fuck with Bayley like that. Like Bayley still
Nope.
thinks she the leader, but she really not.
Nah, she like I think. I mean, I honestly think that Bayley's gonna challenge Io Sky.
Yeah. Listen, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's gonna be Bayley and Io Sky because something's gonna happen that's gonna make Bayley choose Io. Um, and I'm thinking maybe Becky goes up against Rhea Ripley, aka Mommy. It's gonna be the man versus Mommy for the women's
Mm-hmm.
world title. And um we might just get Jade versus Bianca.
Is the Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair match hindered because of the fact it's not a title match?
Yes, but at the same time, here's the thing. Bayley is the right person. Here's the thing. Bayley and Io are the right people at the right place at the wrong time.
I see that 100%.
This match this WrestleMania match with those two should happen next year, and this year should be Jade and Bianca for the WWE Women's.
I mean, if they have Bianca and Jade go against each other this year, then whoever wins the match this year, it should be the opposite person the next year for the title. That could probably fix, you know what I'm saying, that having it happen this year. And then they could develop like a longer rivalry, you know what I'm saying? Cuz I guarantee you that's what it's going to be. Like they probably will be cool at one point, and then they're going to end up, you know what I'm saying, building up a, strong rivalry. It's just like, on some shit like they wanted that with Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be the two leading black female WWE women's wrestlers, and they're going to, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be larger than life.
Like I definitely get what you're saying. The only reason why Jade and Bianca shouldn't be for the belt this year is because it's a tricky situation because you got Jade who clearly was the face of the AEW women's division, right?
Right.
So you really don't. Here's the thing: she's coming in with all this buzz, and people are like, "Yo, it's Jade Cargill." Like she has gotten the most buzz in wrestling that any woman has ever gotten. Like,
Yeah.
like even when Asuka came from Japan over to NXT, only the hardcore wrestling fans cared.
Yeah, that's a fact.
With Jade, that shit traveled all the way to ESPN, Fox Sports, you name it. Like that was a big deal with Jade going because her joining WWE was one of those like it was one of those it was a shot.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that was a shot WWE threw at AEW like yo stop poking the bear because we just took the face of your women's division. We could take more people from y'all. Like don't get it
Oh
twisted.
yeah.
We can take the best that y'all got and we could turn them into what y'all can't turn them into.
I'll tell you one thing.
And
They could take people like MJF, Wardlow, you know what I'm saying, Ricky Starks. All those people are literally, you know, I don't even think they would hesitate if they were offered like any deal close or bigger, you know what I'm saying, to what they already have. I mean, shit. I know Ricky Starks will go to NXT, no problem.
that's a fact.
Wardlow too. I think Wardlow. In fact, you could have Wardlow go to NXT, right, and have him and Bron Breakker go against each other in like a, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, the winner of this is the next up. You know what I'm saying, to go up. You know what I'm saying, that will be Bron Breakker's like final test. You know what I'm saying, because Bron Breakker's pretty much beating everybody. You know, he's done the tag team shit too now with Baron Corbin of all people. Fucking hate Baron Corbin. And if y'all think I'm ever gonna take my foot off the pedal with the Baron Corbin hate, I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. See me at WrestleMania, Baron. I want all the smoke. You bald ass. Ain't nothing wrong with being bald though. I actually fuck with the bald haircut with Baron Corbin, to be honest. But yeah, that was. But you were about to say something though. I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
It's all good, man. No, like, so it's like a tricky situation because you got Jade, who was the dominant person, the dominant woman in AEW's women division. So anytime you bring somebody from one company to yours, you don't want to make it seem like they're out the gate, they're better than everybody in your division, because then you're saying that the company they came from is better than yours.
Right.
But at the same time, Jade's presence, her aura, is to some extent, she's like one of those where she's in like a class of her own when it comes to how you have to book her, because you kind of can't book her the same way you will book other people that comes from one company to the next. Like,
yeah, you saw that interview she did. Like, she was kind of saying that she was like, hey, listen, like, I'm like, what did you expect? Like, I'm nothing less than a superstar. You gotta go back, you know what I'm saying, to the drawing board. But this women's division needs to be on the lookout, because I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying. She was like, I'm going through everybody, and that's exactly what her. Yeah, I think that she accomplished everything that, you know, she was trying to accomplish in her debut. And it opens the door for more, if you think about it, because I wanted her to win, but at the same time, if she won, that kind of eliminates a lot of like you said, the, you know, the build up in her, you know, coming in here, because it's like she can't just come in here and just automatically be number one. She needs to come in here and, you know, start from the bottom. She proved that she can hang. Now it's a matter of, okay, 1v1, what you doing with Nia Jax? What you doing with Becky Lynch? What you doing with Bianca Belair? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, the only competition I really see her having is with Mommy. Like, it's with Mommy. I also, here's the thing. I feel like Mommy is gonna beat her, but I feel like Bayley can beat her because Bayley's clever. I feel like it's gonna take for Bayley to out wrestle and outsmart Jade Cargill. However, but Jade, when it comes to like strength and raw power, she got Bayley by a month. But Bayley's gonna be the one to outthink her and out wrestle her. So those two, and because I feel like Nia Jax will lose against Jade. Like, I feel like Nia Jax put on that. I feel like Nia will give Jade a run for her money, but then when it's all said and done, Jade is gonna pull that win out. For whatever reason, I feel like Becky is gonna put up a fight, but Becky's gonna end up losing. Like if she thought Nia Jax breaking her face was something, Jade about to break some bones.
Jade broke Nia Jax's back. What do you think you go? Yeah, like she ain't gonna hang.
Right. So I feel like besides Mommy and Bayley, I feel like Charlotte has a shot. Like, I feel like Charlotte will out wrestle Jade. So I feel like those are the only three, but that's not to say that Jade can't beat them in a rematch. Like, I feel like those would be the three Jade would lose to the very first time she goes up against them. But then after that, when it comes time for that rematch, I feel like she gonna come back stronger and better,
Yeah.
and she gonna and I feel like she has a legitimate shot at beating them in the rematch. But I feel like those are like the only three that she should be able to lose to, and then after that, she gets her win back in the rematch.
Right.
But no, that women's rumble was definitely they definitely smoked the men's. Like
Most definitely.
that men's rumble could have been it could have and should have been so much better.
What do you give that match for the Women's Royal Rumble? What do you give it out of 10?
Um, I'll probably give that an 8.5 or a 9.
8.5 or 9? I agree with that. Like, it obviously, you know what I'm saying? There was, the only thing that probably was held back was, the some of the performances, obviously, like, with certain women's wrestlers, they got some stuff to work on, just being 100% honest. But in terms of the storytelling and in terms of the, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the star performers and some of the people that were from NXT did really good. Like, what was that? What was that one girl's name? I think her last name was Perez.
Oh, Roxanne Perez?
Yeah, I think Roxanne Perez is definitely one of those people that, came in, showed out from NXT, proved why, she deserves to be on the main roster. Because, and she had that steel cage match, obviously, where she lost her belt. But, you know what I'm saying? She, she's been putting in work, and she put in work at this Royal Rumble. But yeah, I agree. It's an 8.5 or a 9. But, yeah,